there. Well, I'd like to start out by reading a quote. As Kendall said, that I guess my purpose here today is to take one of those statistics that we all become somewhat immune to and we become hardened to, because they're just too staggering to contemplate. And my goal is to take one of those statistics and perhaps stand him up in front of you and very, very briefly perhaps introduce you to him and to make this real for everybody concerned. I'd like to start out by reading this quote that's become precious to me. It's, "He who learns must suffer, and even in our sleep, pain that cannot forget falls drop by drop upon the heart. And in our own despair and against our will comes wisdom to us by the awful grace of God." September 2nd, tomorrow, September 2nd, is my son's birthday. And you may wonder why I'm here today. I think the wisdom that's come to me through the suffering that I've been through, I can't think of a better way or a better way to bring honor to my son and to be able to share briefly his story. Jedediah David Bullough was born September 2nd, 1987. He'd be 22 years old tomorrow. On August the 3rd, 2005, south of town where 840 crosses I-65, he had gotten into the truck of a young man, a 16-year-old, who had had way too much to drink and was out to prove something by driving at excessive speeds, and I guess thinking he was immune or immortal. Had a lot of anger in his life, so he came around a corner doing about nearly 100 miles an hour and lost control of the truck. And my son had gotten into the truck, and the last statement that he made to his friend was, I'll go with Brian and I'll make sure that he gets home okay. Well, the truck plunged down the hill toward I-65 and hit a bank and was airborne over the southbound lane and landed in the median and then flipped into the northbound lane. And my son was ejected. He landed about 50 feet from the vehicle onto the pavement and died on August the 3rd, 2005. Jed was a national fiddle champion. He was college bound, had a young lady that he had hoped to marry, had 6 brothers and sisters. And I want to just read a quote. It's been 5 years, but the loss and the pain, people say it gets easier. It doesn't get any easier. The cross that's down there on 840, I drive by that cross twice a day, every day, on my way to and from work. There doesn't seem to be an easy way around it. But I want to read a quote that was written recently by his younger brother, 15-year-old Christian Bullough. Said, "Dear Jed, I sometimes ask myself, how different would my life be if you were still here? So many things have changed, so many things. I don't understand it all. I just wish you were here to see me and everything I've done in the 5 years that you've been gone. I have an amazing girlfriend now, and I think you would like her. I started working out about a year ago, so I'm not as skinny as I used to be. I just wonder what would be different. It's a strange thought. To still have you around. If you were here, I would look up to you and look for your approval, just like a younger brother would. I just wish you were here so you could tell me that you thought I was a great little brother and that you were proud of me. I was so young, Jed, so young when you left. Sometimes I try to remember the good times we've had, but it's so hard. I wish I'd run with you more through the fields around the house. I would love to be with you now. If I could have just one day with you, just 1 hour to talk to you. I'm so sorry. Jed, I've made some mistakes in my life. I should have learned from you. You were a great teacher, and I didn't heed your lesson. But I want you to know, I've changed, and God has saved me. I hope to see you. I hope to see you standing at the gate, waiting for me when I come, if I come. I want to come and be with God and with you. I can't wait. Your adoring little brother, Christian. And one more. Allegra was 7 years old when Jed was killed. She's now 12. She wrote this on June 27th, 2010. And she said, Jed, I think of you so very often. Sometimes I dream about you, and I wake up to find that I've soiled my pillow with tears. I visit your grave often and leave notes for you. The pain I feel inside is indescribable. I find myself crying as I type this. All I can really say is that I can't tell you how much I miss and love you. There's a hole inside me, and it hurts when I think of you. I love you, Jed, and miss you terribly. Your little Allegra. If people think that this tragedy, when one of these statistics becomes a reality in your life, it goes away after months or years, weeks or years, they're wrong. It doesn't go away. I think as a father, I may learn to cope. I may learn to handle it. Really, I learned to compartmentalize and push my pain away. And it comes out as obvious at events like this. I want to thank law enforcement. They were stellar in their attitude and their professionalism concerning my son. And they were tenacious in their pursuit of justice. So I'm honored to be here. I hope that anybody that sees this or listens to my story will have the opportunity to realize that even one death, even though they've been diminished or reduced over the last year or so, but even one is too many, because one death is a statistic, a living and a real statistic for a family, for a mother, for a brother, for a sister, and for a father. Thanks for your time.